The next 2 weeks in Salem are packed with betrayal, devastating truths, and emotional fallout that will leave lives shattered. From March 17 to March 28, Days of Our Lives takes us deeper into scandal, heartbreak, and secrets that refuse to stay buried. Xander Kyriakis overhears a game-changing conversation. Steve Johnson uncovers a horrifying truth. And E.J. DiMera's world comes crashing down. Let's break down all the explosive drama. Johnny DiMera reaches a breaking point unlike anything Salem has seen. After uncovering the horrific truth about E.J. DiMera's past with Sammy Brady, specifically, an assault that led to Johnny's very conception, he is overcome with shock, disgust, and rage. The weight of this revelation crushes any remnants of loyalty Johnny once held for his father. In a searing confrontation inside the DiMera mansion, Johnny unleashes years of repressed emotions. His words cut deep, accusing E.J. of violating not only Sammy but his entire sense of identity. Johnny declares that E.J. is dead to him and refuses to acknowledge him as his father from that moment forward. The family's patriarchal bond is shattered in real time, with Johnny walking away from the DiMera name and legacy. The fallout is immediate and explosive. E.J., blindsided and reeling, becomes obsessed with blame. He sets his sights on Kate Roberts Brady, who he believes orchestrated the exposure of this dark secret. E.J. storms into a confrontation with Kate, his fury boiling over. He accuses her of betrayal, of poisoning Johnny against him, and vows to make her pay. His threats are not idle. E.J. is a man unraveling, desperate to reclaim control as his world collapses around him. As the DiMera family fractures, E.J.'s grip on power slips further. With Johnny disowning him and Kate in his crosshairs, E.J. spirals into a dangerous mindset. Salem is witnessing the downfall of one of its most formidable figures, and the collateral damage is only beginning. Xander Kyriakis is blindsided when he sees Teresa Donovan roaming Salem as a free woman. Their reunion is anything but civil. Xander confronts her with venom, furious that she nearly schemed him out of his rightful inheritance. He demands answers, but Teresa deflects, leaving Xander more suspicious than ever about what else might be going on. Later, Xander's instincts lead him into the heart of a deeper conspiracy. While passing by an open doorway, he overhears a tense and cryptic conversation between Philip Kyriakis and Stephanie Johnson. They speak in hushed tones, but Xander picks up on just enough to sense something big is being concealed. As he listens, pieces of a puzzle start to come together, and a name keeps surfacing, a forged letter. Though he doesn't yet understand the full context, Xander realizes this isn't just about business, it's about betrayal, secrets, and potentially criminal activity. The more he hears, the more he suspects that Stephanie is covering for Philip, shielding him from exposure. Xander's curiosity turns to determination. He's going to get to the bottom of this, no matter who gets burned in the process. But as he digs deeper, Xander has no idea how dangerous this discovery could be, or how far those involved will go to protect their secrets. Teresa Donovan is already juggling emotional turmoil and mounting pressure when two life-altering events hit her in rapid succession. First, Shane Donovan delivers a devastating update during a tense meeting with Marlena and Steve. Not only is John Black still missing following a botched mission, but the situation has taken a grim turn, with no leads offering hope of his safe return. As Teresa reels from that news, Shane drops another heartbreaking bombshell. Her mother, Kimberly Brady, is gravely ill. Her health is deteriorating rapidly, and there may not be much time left. The revelation leaves Teresa shaken to the core, her priorities shifting instantly from personal chaos in Salem to the family crisis awaiting her in California. Faced with the possibility of losing her mother, Teresa makes a swift and emotional decision. She arranges an emergency flight out of Salem, determined to be by Kimberly's side. Her sudden departure, set to take place on March 24, sends ripples through the town as questions swirl about her unfinished business, and what might follow in her absence. Teresa's exit is more than a physical departure, it's the collapse of a carefully maintained facade, with secrets still buried and relationships left hanging in the balance. What consequences will arise from her sudden flight? And what will be waiting for her, both in California and back in Salem, when the dust finally settles? Julie Williams expects a peaceful evening with J.J. Devereaux and Doug Williams III, but the night takes a dramatic and unexpected turn. As they dine, Julie's eyes lock onto a familiar piece of jewelry hanging from Melinda Trask's neck, a necklace she knows was stolen. Her reaction is immediate and fiery. She confronts Melinda in front of everyone, accusing her of theft and demanding answers, unaware that the situation is far more complicated than it appears. Behind Julie's outrage lies a tangled web of deception that Doug can no longer bear. As Julie's accusations grow louder, Doug is paralyzed with guilt, knowing the truth about how that necklace ended up on the black market. It was never Melinda's crime to begin with. Doug himself was complicit in its disappearance, and the weight of that secret has been slowly crushing him. As Julie's fury escalates, Doug wrestles with the fear of losing her if he reveals the truth. The guilt eats away at him, and he realizes that silence could do more harm than good. He is at a breaking point, torn between his love for Julie and the fear of shattering her trust. The moment of confession is drawing near, and the fallout could redefine their marriage. Will Julie understand the circumstances behind Doug's actions, or will this betrayal break them beyond repair? One thing is certain, the truth will come out, and nothing will ever be the same. Steve Johnson and Marlena Evans remain tireless in their search for John Black, refusing to give up hope even as the trail grows cold. Determined to find answers, Steve meets with Andrew Donovan to follow up on a promising new lead. But instead of relief, their investigation plunges them deeper into darkness. During their search, Steve and Andrew uncover evidence of John's last known location, an abandoned safe house marked by signs of a violent struggle. Bloodstains, broken furniture, and a shattered communication device suggest that John fought hard but was ultimately overpowered. The grim scene leaves Steve rattled, and the realization begins to set in. This isn't just a missing person case anymore, it's a race against time, and they may already be too late. As Steve pieces together the evidence, he's forced to confront the possibility that John may never return. The weight of that truth crushes him, and Marlena is left clinging to the fading hope that her husband is still alive. With no clear answers and the clock ticking, Steve delivers a somber warning to Marlena: prepare for the worst. The people of Salem may soon have to face the unimaginable. John Black, a beloved hero, may be gone for good. But Steve isn't ready to let go completely. With resolve hardening in his heart, he vows to keep searching, no matter how painful the journey becomes. E.J. DeMera's life is unraveling at a terrifying pace. Rejected by Johnny and increasingly isolated, E.J. teeters on the edge of a complete breakdown. The pressure becomes unbearable, and just when he needs control the most, he finds himself losing his grip. Rachel Blake unexpectedly becomes the catalyst for his potential downfall. What begins as a tense argument quickly escalates into a dangerous confrontation. Rachel, sharp and unafraid, challenges EJ's actions and motivations, pushing him into a corner. Fueled by desperation and paranoia, EJ reaches for a syringe he's been secretly carrying, a sinister tool he believes could help him regain power and silence those threatening his position. As the confrontation intensifies, EJ's hand trembles, syringe in hand, his mind racing with the consequences of crossing a line he can never return from. Rachel's eyes widen with realization, and she quickly recognizes the danger she's in. The standoff becomes a battle of wills. Will EJ go through with it, or will Rachel outmaneuver him and bring his dark intentions to light? This chilling encounter could be the moment that defines EJ's future, or seals his fate. Gabby Hernandez is blindsided when she walks into her home and finds Leo Stark moving in, suitcases in hand and acting as if everything is perfectly normal. Stunned, Gabby demands an explanation, only to learn that her cousin Javi Hernandez extended the invitation without so much as a text or conversation. The betrayal cuts deep, especially given Gabby's long and complicated history with Leo, who has never been more than a thorn in her side. Fury overtakes her. Gabby corners Javi, her voice raised and eyes blazing, accusing him of disrespecting not only her but Rafe as well. She sees his decision as reckless and selfish, a move that undermines the stability of their living situation and the trust they share as family. Javi attempts to defend himself, claiming Leo needed help and a place to stay, but Gabby isn't buying it. She warns him that trust, once broken, isn't easily repaired. The confrontation escalates quickly, drawing the attention of Rafe and others, and soon Gabby's outburst threatens to erupt into a full-blown family feud. Tensions mount as Gabby issues an ultimatum: either Leo goes, or she does. Her fury leaves a lasting mark, and the ripple effects of Javi's choice may haunt the Hernandez family for weeks to come. What began as a favor to a friend may now ignite a rift that's far more damaging than anyone anticipated. Doug's emotional unraveling takes a shocking turn as Holly Jonas comforts him, and a forbidden kiss changes everything. As their bond deepens, the consequences of their moment may ripple through Salem in ways no one expected. In the next 2 weeks, Salem will be rocked by secrets, lies, and devastating discoveries. As Xander edges closer to the truth, Steve prepares for heartbreak, and EJ spirals. No one is safe. Tragedy is imminent, and the consequences of every decision will be felt far and wide. Stay tuned and share your predictions, because in Salem, nothing stays hidden for long.